Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we have a romance book recommendation video. These romance books live rent-free in my head and I'm so in love with every single one. So here are my favorite recommendations. Grab yourself a drink, I have a coffee with me, and matching for the romance books we have Love is a Drug. I got this at TK Maxx and I'm so in love. I am very much in love with love and I can't wait to talk about all the good romance books because these have some really good feelings in them. First up on my list is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and this book really has such a special place in my heart. It's about Olive and Adam. It's fake dating and science. This is so cool because this is female in science and it's so interesting and just the whole world. I really love it. And Adam, he's a grumpy scientist. Olive here tells a lie that she is in a relationship and kisses the first guy she sees, and that guy actually is Adam, and he somehow agrees to be her fake boyfriend, and from there the story goes on. It doesn't take long for them to realize that there's actually a connection, and just this is so romantic in every way. Adam really is such a sweetheart and it's a little bit spicy as well, and honestly Ali has such a great writing style that this book really, it just has such a special place in my heart. If you want some amazing feelings and some big love, you have to look at The Love Hypothesis, especially because this is in the science field and it's so interesting to dive deeper into this, and I love it so much. Next up we have actually two books out of one series. This is the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. This is book number 2, this is Heartless, and this is book number 4, this is Reckless. And these books, the whole series in general, but these books, oh my gosh. The feelings in them, the emotions, the chaos, the humor, everything is just so perfect to me. But let me tell you a little bit more about them. Heartless is grumpy ex-sunshine, single dad ex-nanny trope, and this is really amazing. They do also have an age gap, and this is everything. Willa is so much fun. She's such an incredible, strong character, and Kate is so grumpy but also such a babe, and I love it. So Willa starts working for Kate as his nanny. He does have a son. At the beginning, the arrangement is only made for 2 months, and the time flies by for them and they develop feelings, obviously. But just seeing the whole story develop between them is just incredible. Kate is so wholesome and just, I love Willa so much. I love her sarcasm, I love her humor, I love the way she interacts with everyone, I love the way she interacts with his son, and it's just so sweet. I love this book so much. Just the whole Chestnut Spring series in general is amazing, but especially Heartless. Reckless is about Theo and Winter, and this book also is so good. You meet both characters in the books before, and Winter really is a complex character and Theo is just such a fun guy, but in this book they meet and it's supposed to be just a one-time thing. Winter just escaped a toxic marriage and Theo is just a fun bull rider. He does have a crush on her even throughout the other books, and it's just so cool to see both point of views. But Winter ends up pregnant, and from there on the whole story just really develops and gets kickstarted, and she does not tell Theo at the beginning about it. So just seeing them all find a way in this and just getting along and making the whole thing work together is just incredible. And Theo is such a dream guy. He is literally the perfect book boyfriend. Honestly, if I could pick, I would take Theo Silva myself. He's chef's kiss. With these books you can read them by yourself, but I would recommend to follow the Chestnut Spring series with book number 1 all the way to book number 5. but you can read them separately if you're only interested in these. These are definitely my favorites out of the whole series, but they're all amazing. And you would kind of be missing out if you skip the other books, in my opinion. Next up we have Marriage for One, and this book, this is so cool. Their names are super cliche, their names are Jack and Rose, but I binged this book and I think about this on a daily basis. This book starts off by Rose needing a husband because she made a deal with her uncle, or it's in his will, that she can only get a building she has wanted her whole life if she has a husband. She ends up marrying Jack. So Jack offers her the deal that if they get married, he gets a building and she can open up the cafe she always dreamed about in it. From there on, the whole marriage of convenience starts and just develops, and their love story starts unfolding. And there are several scenes in this book that just had me gasping and shaking, and I felt all of the emotions. I was sad, I was laughing, I was happy, and the way that they express their feelings and love, the whole book is just incredible. So if you're in the mood for a marriage of convenience with a lot of humor, a lot of serious topics as well, and just lots and lots of love, definitely check out Marriage for One. Next up we have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is book number 2 in the series. The first one is Icebreaker, the next one is Daydream, and this book is my favorite of the whole series, to be honest, and it's just so good. While their first encounter is supposed to be one night only because Aurora slips away before Russ can even get her last name, they meet again at a summer camp that they both signed up for as counselors. And Russ has all these feelings for Aurora, and there is so much tension between them. The staff is not allowed to have any romantic relationships or anything. Russ really doesn't want to risk anything, but Aurora has always been known to be kind of a rule breaker. So in that summer camp, their story develops, and Russ is such a good book boyfriend. I'm such a sucker for big words. I'm such a sucker for love declarations and for gift giving, for physical touch and everything, and this book really has it all. It has love declarations, it has big gestures, it has humor, it has sass in it, and both characters really are so much fun and they fit so well together in my opinion. And honestly, the writing style really does it all. Growing up, I always wanted to visit a summer camp, but here in Germany that's not really a thing. So kind of diving into this now that I'm grown up still had me thinking about it, and it just had me in my feels because I've always wanted to go to a summer camp, and them falling in love in a summer camp as like the counselors just sounds like so much fun. And their story really is so amazing. So definitely check out Wildfire by Hannah Grace, but I would recommend to read the first book as well, just to get to know the characters a little bit more, to understand the little things, but you don't have to. You can definitely read this by yourself. Another book that is absolutely incredible is Unravel Me by Becca Mack. This is book number 3 in the Playing for Keeps series, and this is about Adam and Rosie. Rosie is a single mom and Adam is a famous goalie for the hockey team, and Rosie has no idea about hockey, so she has no clue who Adam is. But while she's on a walk, Adam's dog actually runs into Rosie, and that is how their story starts to develop. From that moment on, they do have a connection, but this story also is filled with lots of background story, lots of tragedies in the back life. It's filled with big emotions and grief in a way, and Adam really is such a sweetheart. Adam is keeping a few things from Rosie, so they are not starting off on full honesty, so that is kind of what is playing out through the whole book. But Adam really, he knows his way with Rosie, and just he knows his way with my heart as well, because I fell for him probably even faster than Rosie did. A book I don't own physically, which is a damn shame, is Caught Up by Liz Ford. This is book number 3 in the Windy City series. This is played in Chicago, and I will probably recommend to read the other books as well, but this is definitely my favorite out of the series. This book is about Kai and Miller. This is also a single dad and nanny trope, but this is so much fun. Kai is a professional baseball player and he needs a nanny for his son, and Miller is the daughter of the trainer and she helps Kai. Miller's really just supposed to be the nanny during the season, but it's clear that there is a story between them, and Kai is such a fun character. Miller is so cool. She has so much sass in them, so much sarcasm. Their love story is so much fun, seeing them get to know each other, kind of also fight about everything and anything, and just I'm such a sucker for sports romance as well, and this definitely is done perfectly. Last but not least on my list is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and this book is probably really my favorite book of all times. This had me in an absolute chokehold the whole time I was reading it, and I have reread it 3 times since I first started it, and this book really is everything and everything and everything, and if you only pick one of the books I'm recommending, let this be the one. Archer's Voice is about Bree and Archer, and Bree has left a lot behind and has moved to this small city where she runs into Archer, and Archer has a darker past himself and he does not communicate, he does not speak, he only communicates via sign language. But seeing his story develop along with Bree, and both of them getting to know each other, understanding each other, and just learning to live again, each of them by themselves and together, is just so incredible, and their story is so romantic, and just there's several scenes in this book that really had me so emotional. Their town and just the whole story is filled with some darker topics, some emotional moments, but their love story together is just, it's just so perfect. Let me know what romance books are living rent-free in your head, or if you maybe read some of these and what your opinion is on them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon!